Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. My name is Steve, and yes, I still am on summer vacation. However, it's pouring rain outside, so I had to come indoors to do something. So I'm going to review the Jumper T-15. Now, Jumper is going to be happy because they sent me this over a week ago, and I think I was the first to have it, and they wanted me to review it, but I said I'm on summer vacation, so I'll review it sometime in the month of July or August or September. And they were like, all right. But due to rain and change of plans, I'm reviewing it right now, and this is going to be a super fast review. So a little bit of history. Over here we have the very popular Jumper T-18. Came out a long time ago. It is the flagship, or was the flagship model of Jumper. It has every button, dial, switch, everything you'd want in a radio. Very good. Nice big color to screen. Awesome. So the T-18 sold like hotcakes, but then people wanted a less expensive radio, so Jumper made the T-16. I don't have it. I never bought it because I love the T-18. I didn't need the T-16. People said, can you make something less expensive? Maybe take out the color screen and a few dials and buttons and stuff like that and give us something more like the Radio Master Boxer. So then Jumper made this, the T-14, which is pretty much a copy of the Radio Master Boxer, but at an awesome price. And then people said, you know what, that T-16, it's pretty awesome, but can you make something even better at a really cool price, which is smaller in size? And that's where the T-15 comes in. And check out this color display on it. It is vibrant. It is high definition. So if you take a look at the T-14, this one, and the brand new T-15, they are identical in size. They're similar in many ways, except obviously the T-15 has that beautiful, gorgeous color screen, touch screen, and it also has all those buttons in the center section, whereas the T-14 lacks all of those. That's why the T-14 is inexpensive compared to the T-15. Now, this video does not do this screen justice. This is a high definition screen. I don't know if this camera can pick it up, but you could read small printed text on it. It's really good. And the colors are just incredible. You could set the colors up or the display up as you wish. You can also add sounds.
Flight mode acro, flight mode horizon, flight mode angle, danger.
You can use this with a flight simulator if you wish to practice. It's really decent. It has all the popular features of all the popular radios on the planet, except it has that awesome screen and all these buttons across the front here. I have no use for them, but I'm sure someone in the RC hobby does. Also, the gimbals are Hall sensor gimbals, top rated, so very, very accurate. No matter if it's hot outside or cold outside, these gimbals will stay true. All right, I'm keeping this review short, so check this out. Here we have the box the Jumper T-15 ships in. The side of the box does show you that the Jumper T-15 is available in 7 bright colors. Inside the box you'll find the usual carry case, the Jumper T-15 in the color of your choice. To protect the Jumper T-15, a gimbal protector and switch protector is provided, as well as a very nice neck lanyard. A screen protector is provided so you don't scratch up the color display. A USB-C cable is provided for charging, firmware updates, and simulators. You also receive a set of springs to readjust the joysticks. And finally, you receive a card showing that the radio has passed quality control tests. I'll power on the T-15 and show you the startup sequence.
Welcome to HTX, flight mode angle.
And now I'll quickly go over all the switches, dials, and buttons on the T-15. These 2 switches are 3-way switches, and these 2 switches are also 3-way switches. Here we have 2 potentiometer dials with the speaker directly below. Next we have the VSM Hall sensor gimbals, and you will notice my radio is a mode 2 radio because the throttle is on the left. Next there is the power button, and below that you have 2 trim controls. Next you have the 6 position button. You can assign this in groups if you want, groups of 3, groups of 2, or leave it as one 6 position button. In the center you have the lanyard holder. Next you have the radio status light indicator and system switch, and on the opposite side is another status light indicator and telemetry switch. On the left is your menu button, below that would be the page button forward and backwards, and below that would be the back button. On the opposite side would be the scroll wheel enter key, and in the center is a very bright touch display. It is 3.5 inches in size, and it is an IPS display with a 480 by 320 resolution. Now looking at the back of the T-15, you can see the foldable handle up top. In addition, in the center is the standard JR module compartment. You can add a crossfire module or a 4-in-1 module back here. Below the module bay is the high efficiency fan to keep the unit cool when you're running at 1 watt ELRS. And on either side is grippy material so that the radio sits well in your hands. Like all programmable hobby radios on the market, it does not come with batteries. You have to add your own batteries. So you can use 18650 batteries like I have here, or you can use 21700 batteries. Or you can use any 2S power source. Looking at the top of the unit, you can see there's a latch button on the top left, so if you push it in, it stays in. If you push it in again, it pops out. These two black circles on the top of the unit are for you to add your own antennas if you don't like the antennas that come with the unit. And speaking of the transmitter's antenna, it is movable and foldable. Next, there is a typical trainer port followed by the DFU button, and that is followed by the USB-C 10-watt fast charging port, data port, and flight simulator port. And finally, on the right hand side is the momentary switch. You can press it in, but it will never stay in. It's just designed that you push it in and an action happens. Now, if desired, if you don't like the buttons along the top, you can change them to switches. Now I should point out the Jumper T-15 uses OpenTX with a touchscreen, so that means it's pretty simple to use. Setting up a model in this radio, well a drone model anyways, it took me very little time, and I think what I'll do is I'll make a video on that in the future just to show beginners how to set up a model in this radio and then bind it and then configure it in Betaflight Configurator. Alright, so you're back to me. This radio is totally configurable. Like that screen, you could spend hours configuring it as you desire. Mine is just set up quickly as I thought it would look good in this video. It is ELRS in many different frequencies. Mine is 2.4 gigahertz. It shoots out at 1 watt. And you're wondering what are my thoughts if I fly a drone with it. So let me take this little guy and stick it back here so you can see it take off and slap me in the back of the head. Now there's probably a lot of newbies out there who are going to buy this because it's so amazing. So in the future, if I get time, I will make a video on how to set up a model in the radio so that you can assign switches to the model, then bind it to your little FPV drone, and then set it up in Betaflight Configurator and go from there as an expert. So if I do make such a video, then I will put a link to that video below this video so that if you're watching this sometime in the future, you just look below and see if I have a link to the video showing you how to set up and bind. Hilarious, would you know it? I don't even have this radio bound to this quad. I thought I did. Let me bind it right now live so you can see how I do it. So really quick, I just hold in the system button over here, the glowy one, and on the screen I get exactly what I don't want, so I have to touch it. Go to the Tools section, click on Tools, then click on Express ELRS, and it shows up on screen. Take your scroll wheel, go down to Bind. There we go. I'm on the Bind section. You can see it right here. I'm on Bind. I don't know how well that's showing up. And then when I want this to bind, I'm going to hit the Enter button. And the way you bind a quad to ELRS is pretty simple. I'm just going to plug in the battery 3 times. So here we go really fast. Once, twice, and 3 times, and leave the battery plugged in. Plop this down someplace over here. Go over here, hit my Enter key on bind, and it's binding. There we go. Yeah, I see the
Telemetry connected.
It's connected. There we go, live in this demo. I didn't want to have to do that, but I just showed you how everything works. It's so simple with these radios. And then hit the back button so you go back to the main screen, and I should be able to fly this. Here we go. Let's see what mode I'm in.
Flight mode acro.
Nope.
Flight mode angle.
Angle's what I want.
And
Props are spinning. Here we go. Try not to hit myself flying this backwards. And there it goes. Oh, crap. I can't fly an FPV drone backwards. Let me plug that in and just hover it here again. There we go. Much easier when it's in front than back. At least I say that now. There we go. There we are. There we are. All right. Oh, I got microphones everywhere. Anyways. So, the drone flies well. I'm just on vacation and have a vacation mind. So what I'm going to do now is put links to the product below. Go check it out. This is below. This product is at the links below this video. Check it out and see if this is the radio for you. There is a discount code on BANGGOOD. So when you go on BANGGOOD, type in my discount code at checkout and the price will reduce even further. So I'll let you guys go for now. I am on vacation for the months of July and August, so you won't see too many Captain Drone videos during those months. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you in a future video. Until then, I say bye.